Albert Einstein, the man considered to be the most intelligent person of the 20th century, had a secret that he kept hidden from the world. But how scandalous is it really? Well, you'll have to decide for yourself. It was the beginning of the 20th century, and Germany was a hotbed for scientific advancement. The country was also on the cusp of some major changes, with World War I just around the corner. But all of that was just background noise to Albert Einstein, as he worked on his most famous theory of relativity. But Einstein wasn't just a brain. He was also a womanizer. And his list of conquests was long, varied, and included many younger women who were often admirers of his work or just. But there was one woman who put up with his wandering eye, his wife, Elsa. The couple had an unusual arrangement. While they were married, Albert was allowed to have affairs as long as he abided by a few rules. Yes, you heard that right. The woman was basically signing away her rights to be jealous. And why did she agree to this? Well, it's because she loved him and didn't want to lose him. Or maybe she was just trying to save face. After all, her husband was one of the most famous scientists in the world. But what were these rules? Well, they were simple, at least for Albert. He was allowed to sleep with as many women as he wanted, but he couldn't fall in love with them. If he did, then he would have to marry them. And that was something that Albert just couldn't do. He already had a wife and 2 children, and he was about to start a family with someone else. That would have been unthinkable. Not to mention, impossible, as Elsa had a strict rule of her own. She didn't believe in divorce. So Albert was free to have his fun, but he couldn't get too attached. That might have been easy for him if he hadn't met someone named Margarita. She was a young woman who worked in Albert's office, and she was head over heels in love with him. He, on the other hand, was completely oblivious and treated her like nothing more than a friend. She was just happy to be near him. However, when she found out about the affair, she confronted him and demanded to know why he had lied to her. He was stunned. He had no idea that she knew about the affair. In fact, he had been so careful that not a single person at his institute was aware of it. But Margarita wasn't the kind of woman to be ignored. She had always gotten what she wanted, and she was unable to let this opportunity pass her by. She gave Albert an ultimatum. "Break up with your wife and marry me." He was furious. How dare she threaten him? He was Albert Einstein, for God's sake. Could end her career with a snap of his fingers. But she was right. He had lied to her, and he owed her an explanation. So he told her everything about his marriage, his wife, about the rules they had. When he was dead, Margarita was hers. She loved him too much to accept his proposal, but she couldn't bear the thought of him being married to someone else. In the end, she chose to end her own life rather than live with the pain of unrequited love. Albert was devastated. He had never meant for things to end like this. He loved his wife, but he had never told her. He was a fool, and now it was too late.